This episode has been brought to you by Fornos Law Firm, devoted to optimizing your legal results at fornoslaw.com.
Welcome to PushREM Life After Injury podcast for May 31st, 2013, episode 27, P.A.S.C. I'm Ray Pizarro.
I'm Richard Bell.
I'd like to welcome our audience once again for being with us. On this episode, we have two special guests that are going to be giving us some great information and really good resources that disability communities should really know about if you haven't tapped into it already. Jeffrey Gamble and Eddie Sierra are here. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you,
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Anytime. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Hey, so first to start off, just wanted to ask, what is P.A.S.C.?
P.A.S.C. is abbreviation for Personal Assistance Services Council. It's the public authority for IHSS. IHSS is In-Home Supportive Services. It's a program that pays through the state fund, with state funds, for people that are disabled, blind, or elderly, 65 years of old and older.
And is that only in the state of California where you guys are working out of?
Yes. Well, we cover Los Angeles County.
Oh,
we
LA
covered
County.
the whole Los Angeles County Personal Assistance Services Council.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, different counties would have different programs.
Yes. You have another personal assistance service that is in Orange County.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you have different counties, like you said.
Yeah, and then other states, I'm sure, have total different programs, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if someone were to try to get started, say needing to reach out, what are the kind of steps that people kind of go through as far as finding a care attendant or qualifying for that matter?
Well, for qualifying, you have to be, like I said, once again, 65 years old or older,
Okay.
disabled, blind, and from there, you have to be receiving Medi-Cal. Medi-Cal is important because like I said, it's a state-funded program.
Right.
So if you don't have Medi-Cal, you can't receive.
That's like your qualifying factor in order to participate in that.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Your initiation.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Go.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say also, once you get set up and do they help you with finding care attendants? How does that process work with getting you set up with a proper care attendant?
To be honest with you, the getting of the caregivers is on you.
Oh, okay.
You have to find your own caregiver, and you have to. It's incumbent upon you to hire and train,
Gotcha.
and if necessary, to fire your provider.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right, so is there some kind of registry that attendants might be a part of that, we can select from, or how does that work?
Yes, we at Personal Assistance Services Council, we have a registry that you can go to find home care providers. And what we do is we try to link up people that live within a 10 to 7 mile radius near you for emergency purposes and feasible for the caregiver not having to go for long drive ranges because the pay is $9 an hour.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that's kind of falls on their responsibility. You travel is on the person that's helping you out. Speaking of emergencies, I mean, I noticed on your website there's also a backup program. Tell us a little bit about that.
If you want, I'll take that, Jeffrey. Well, the backup program pretty much works. If you're severely disabled, like myself, let's say for one day you wake up, caregiver calls you, I had an emergency, and I have nobody to come. So basically, what you do, our program works for people in that situation. What you do, you call us. There's some factors. You got to do the application. And you let them know what the situation, and they'll send somebody that already knows. They already passed a criminal background investigation, so you're not going to have somebody coming in your house that you're going to fear. So they already know the basics. So you come in, they'll transfer you, like a person like myself. They'll come in, they'll transfer me, and until the situation gets fixed, an emergency person comes back. And what you do, you call P.A.S.C. or registry, and you let them know that
You want to get set up in that type of
you want to
program,
get
the
set
backup?
up. What's your situation? It also depends on, also if you need a permanent person, then that's a perfect place to go. Call us up, and we'll set you up.
Oh, nice.
That's really, really great information. You never know when that your number one option is not going to come through for you, especially higher level injuries, more severe injuries where you're not able to transfer out of your chair independently.
Sure.
You want to be able to have a plan B, if you will, right? And have someone at least come out and see what's going on. Because, that first caretaker could have an accident on her way to work or family emergencies, and, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, like you said, right? You have to have that second.
Yeah,
second
especially
option.
with disabilities like spinal cord injury.
Right.
So, also, do you guys get involved if there is an issue with a caregiver? Do you guys get involved with that at all, or is that on the individual receiving the services to deal with the person? Say if they, you, for whatever reason, you don't want them any longer.
Yeah.
You need somebody else.
Well, like I said earlier, it's on the consumer to hire, train, and if necessary, to fire the caregiver. So that's on you. But if you're having a problem with that, and some people, depending on the disability, do not have the cognitive ability to do that. So if you're not able to do it, we can offer assistance with that and give whoever is your taking care of you, we can give them the information how to better handle that situation. That's one of the things that myself and Eddie do. We do presentations on how to hire and train your home care provider.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Yes.
See, that's what we needed to know.
That's really important
right.
because you don't want to just pick someone off the street, right? And
Right,
be like,
sure.
you don't have no idea who they are. Yeah, you run the background check, the fingerprints they check out. At the end of the day, they're still strangers, and you want to make sure you have someone that you could count on and not fear.
And everybody has a different level of care they need, for them to take care of. So
Now, as far as interviewing that person, what do you think it's a good idea to interview someone? Obviously, not in your personal home, right? For the first meeting, at least. Would it be a good idea to have it somewhere else, or?
Well, I like to say during the first meeting, it all starts off over the phone.
Okay.
Right.
You, what we do at P.A.S.C, we send out a list of 5 to 6 caregivers, and you go through that list and you find out who you want to work with, and from there you call the caregivers and find out who's best suitable for you, and then from that you go down and evaluate them, and you do the phone interview. And during the phone interview process, you find the person that works for you, and then you set up a face-to-face interview. From the face-to-face interview, you want to make it somewhere that you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable with having it in your home, you can go to a local Starbucks. Anywhere that you're comfortable with.
Good idea.
In a public setting. Library. Anywhere that you're comfortable with. So.
cool.
Yeah. That's a great idea. I mean, this gives you a peace of mind and be more relaxed atmosphere and don't have to worry. And then you get a feel for the person. It's one thing over the phone.
Yes.
And then their body language when you're actually face to face with the person, and you want to make sure both of those, they pass those two experiences with the person.
Other than attendant services, do you guys do other stuff? Or is it just all basically involved with attendant services and IHSS?
Oh, actually, we cover a lot of services. There's a benefit plan for providers, and if for some reason you get a provider, right, and they need insurance, health coverage, we actually have a really great one. It's the health benefits plan.
Oh, okay.
And basically the way it works, if they're working more than 77 hours a month, and I believe it's for more than 2 consecutive months, they can apply for the health plan. And I believe it's $1, if I'm correct.
Wow.
It's $1 a month. So, you can't beat that. And it's basically geared, to take care of the provider, because they take care of you, and if they're not well, then you're going to have problems. So that's one of the benefits and that we really, really appreciate.
Yeah, I was thinking with the Affordable Care Act passing, do you foresee any changes to any of these programs in the future?
Well, there's always modifications, things change. But what we try to do also, we try to have a good link with what's going on legislatively. And so we can reach our consumers in time and let them know what's happening.
Oh, okay.
So we're always on top of it. We try to be.
Cool. And then, is there anything else about like IHSS? Like, help us understand that.
Well, one of the things you just asked the question to Eddie, I wanted to touch on another thing. Now it's coming down the line within the next couple of months or so. There's going to be a 4.4% cut in IHSS. There was also a previous cut of 4.3%. It's going to be another cut of 4.4%. They were trying to make it across the board 20% cut.
Wow.
With IHSS. And there was a lawsuit filed, and the lawsuit prevailed. So it's going to be a 4.4% cut. Now it'll be a total of 8%.
Wow.
So people have to understand that those cuts are coming down the line. So one of the things you can do for those who are in the need of that information, which everyone on IHSS should be in the need of that information, you could go to our website, PASCLA.org, and follow the links, and you can find all that information on our website.
All that detailed information there. And
about what's affected with the cuts and stuff.
Yes, the cuts,
Okay.
the
that's good
benefits
to
and
know.
everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
those little updates make a big difference. People don't know,
Right.
that's people's livelihood, and
Yes, it is.
a couple hours cut here and there, it adds up at the end of the month. So it's nice that you guys have these kind of updates there for people to consume.
Yeah, and it seems to me that these programs are really good too, because if these weren't available, then people with severe spinal cord injuries, would be institutionalized or
Yes.
Basically.
So, and that would be so much more money.
Yes.
But this way, you can stay in the house, and I think it's a great program.
Yeah, it is. And that's one of the main reasons why people want to stay in their own home. You're more comfortable in your own environment.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
I know I am, and most people are. So the more comfortable you are in your own environment, the better for you. And touching on the base what you just spoke of about the cost effectiveness.
Yeah.
It costs much more to put someone in a nursing home or in a living facility, something like that, out of their home, because it's thousands of dollars more, and it's hundreds of dollars to pay for someone to stay home. So it's much cheaper, cost effective.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. And also, when you get hurt young, also for the newly injured or people that are, young, and it also gives them a great sense of independence. Instead of
Yes.
throwing them in the hospital, nursing care facility, it gives people to feel good that they could invite friends over, they could invite their girlfriends or their, family, and kind of modify their homes also, to be able to reach things, and that it's a great feeling. You remember going home and
Oh my God! Yeah,
and doing
We
that.
all do, right?
yeah. The rehab I had at Rancho. There's no privacy. At Rancho, I had 3 other roommates, and it was chaotic. Some roommates were a little crazy. You guys been through it, so
Yeah, and also Eddie, I wanted to ask you how when you have that attendant that you're trying to, you guys have to really sit down and talk about patience. Being patient with each other, and because everyone's care is different. You can't really categorize a quad as far as helping them or training them how to transfer you, move
Right.
you around. You got to take into consideration different. Pain issues, flexibility issues, and things of that sort. How was it for you? When you first started, meeting different caregivers, was it easy? Was it a challenge? Or
That's a really good question, and I think that's something a lot of people that are on IHSS and they actually call P.A.S.C because there's different level injuries. What we actually started doing is we always tell them we advise people to sit down and let people know, the provider that's coming in, this is what you're going to have to do. These are the things that I need. I need to be transferred. I need, those specific little things. You want to make sure you get them out first before down the road you're going to be like, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, in an emergency situation.
So, they're going to like, well, so you really want to be clear. And what we actually do is on the website we have an agreement and a couple other links, that describe, what you should do before your caregiver comes in and you hire them. I know for myself, I sit them down, I tell them, hey, this is my level of injury. These are my, the warning signs. If you see this, then, you got to be on top of it because, even if you go to hospitals, they don't know. Because being a spinal cord injury, and I know every disability, right, has their uniqueness.
Right.
So I would make sure that I sit down with them, and I make it really clear.
Yeah, apparently you cannot be shy.
Right.
Because that will put you in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to the communication factor. You got to find out, do you have experience with bowel programs, with your
Right.
bladder management, all these things that they have to be ready to answer because that's one of the things. Even though it might be embarrassing or uncomfortable, it's just part of your independence and safety too. Because if you get a bad dysreflexia, they got to know what signs to look for to try to troubleshoot those issues. You know, it's.
And I see here you have on the brochure there's a lot of trainings. What's that about? I see IHSS consumer training. And a whole list of things.
Well,
Yes.
I think it goes back to that question with Ray's question. The consumer training, actually, what we do, me and Jeffrey, we'll do that exactly. We'll have a communication, tips. We're actually going to do something, a class where, be example, what do you do when you first get your caregiver? What communication and other factors that you're going to need. So what we basically do is we train them, so you can be, the best provider. The best consumer. So when your provider comes in,
Right.
you're ready.
You're prepared. So you're basically training to.
Training
you're
us.
helping train to train them.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But
gotcha.
everybody, you find your way and,
Right.
You kind of ease into your, but at least you have those skills, that basically all the our experience and added with just organizing it, because I don't know for you guys, when I first started off, I didn't know, as far as my meals, now I have to organize it. Okay, this is what I'm eat. This is what I cannot eat.
Right.
I got to make my grocery list.
Right.
So when they come in, they're like, okay, Eddie, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Oh, go to the calendar. I'm going to eat this today.
Yeah.
So it helps them and they're less stressed out because I'm organized.
And it's also good to maybe have them do a checklist of sorts, as far as their daily duties. Because some days it might be laundry day. Some days it might be, cleanup day or meal times and things of that sort. So it'll help them also come in with a game plan,
Right.
And let them know it's not set in stone. Some days you might not feel like having that turkey sandwich.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to have some fish tacos or something, or you guys might need to go out and get some groceries. So being flexible, I think, is key. On both sides, right?
Also, two of the great keys that I try to communicate to people is communication is the key to any relationship. The better you communicate with your caregiver, your consumer, the better you're going to be cared for and the better they can care for you. Also, preparation. The better you prepare for something, like you were just saying, have a list.
Right.
Have a list of what your needs are. When you are hiring and training someone, this is the time that you want to go over your list with them. Once you find out, okay, this is the person I'm comfortable with, I'm going to hire this person.
Right.
All right, I'm going to go over a list with you. Okay, these are my needs.
Do you understand them? Are we both on the
Yes.
same page?
Thank
right?
you. Exactly. That is absolutely correct.
Right.
So with that, we're on the same page, because if you go in assuming that someone knows something, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
That's why.
That's when you come in with a lot of misunderstandings.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant that, but
Yes.
no, it's this, and well, that's really important. Wow. So see, all these stuff is really good to know. These little tips and insider information
Yeah.
is some that our community needs to tap into if they haven't done so already. As we get close to wrapping up here, believe it or not, we're getting close to our time, but definitely want to make sure people get more information, in-depth information. So, Eddie, what website that you guys are at? What is your website?
Yeah, sure. You go to www.PASCLA.org.
Okay.
And
So
it's
that's our
up
main website.
24 hours a day. We got videos on there.
Okay.
If you want to download, applications, you get on there. And sometimes that's the easiest way. So when you call, you already got your application, and you can call us. If you're having any trouble, with
Okay.
the IHSS, you call us up.
Cool.
And we'll try to help you out. That's what we're there for.
And yeah, Jeffrey, that number they could reach you guys at?
The phone number is area code 877-565-4477.
Wow. Sounds good. So there you guys go. 2 different ways to get more information if you guys are not interested. But yeah, that was a great piece of information for us.
Yeah.
Rich. So
And if you haven't found us on YouTube, we're at Club Pushroom, one word. You can type that in the search bar. Please subscribe. And then also we're at www.pushroom.com.
it's our social networking site where we make all these great connections and tap into resources. So if you haven't checked us out, please feel free to get in there and engage and make new friends. We're also on iTunes, check us out, take us on the go when you're out for a roll, put us in your ear and tap into these great stories,
Yeah, resources.
Resources. They're invaluable. And if you want to contact us, you could also reach us at info@pushroom.com. Shoot us an email, show topics, and we'll try to, implement it on our future shows. Eddie, you had something to say?
I almost forgot. We got a Facebook now.
Okay.
So if you guys want to go in there, you could communicate with us, and we got more daily updates.
Okay, we'll make sure we put that up on our video and let you guys know.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we want to thank you guys once again for being with us, Jeffrey and Eddie, for sharing with our community all that great.
Thanks for your time, man.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thanks for having us.
And if maybe we'll have you guys again on another show or another topic,
that'd be awesome.
Just on, we kind of ran across a wide range of topics, so maybe on the next one we could, hone in on one of those.
Okay, that'll be great. We also have something else that consumer corpse. That's another topic that we can talk about that we're getting involved with at P.A.S.C. right now.
Okay, yeah, that could be a great another episode with us.
Okay.
So,
All right.
okay, and with that, we leave you guys. We want to thank you guys for being with us, and we'll catch you on our next episode. Peace out.
See ya.